The role of journaling in Stoic practice. Long ago, in the city of Rome, there lived a young man named Marcus. He was not rich or powerful, but he wanted to live a good life. He often felt troubled by his emotions. Anger, fear, and sadness would take hold of him at times. One day, he met an old philosopher who told him about Stoicism. The philosopher explained that Stoicism was not about hiding emotions, but understanding them and controlling what he could. The old man gave Marcus one simple tool, a journal. At first, Marcus did not understand how writing in a book could help him. But the philosopher told him that journaling was a way to reflect, to think deeply about his actions and his thoughts. So Marcus began to write every evening. He wrote about what had happened during the day, how he had felt, and whether his reactions had been wise or not. Slowly he started to see patterns. He noticed that his anger often came when things did not go as he wanted. He saw that fear appeared when he imagined the worst, instead of focusing on what was real. One evening, Marcus wrote about an argument he had with a friend. He had shouted and said cruel words. As he wrote, he asked himself, was this necessary? Could I have stayed calm? The next day, he apologized to his friend. Writing had helped him see his mistake. This was the power of journaling. It gave him a mirror to look at himself honestly. Weeks passed and Marcus continued his practice. He wrote not only about problems, but also about small victories. When he remained patient in a difficult situation, he noted it. When he accepted something he could not change, he praised himself. The journal became his teacher. It reminded him of the Stoic idea that some things are in his control, and some are not. His task was to focus on what he could change, his own mind and actions. One night, a great storm shook the city. The wind howled, and the rain fell hard. Many people were afraid, but Marcus sat by his lamp and wrote. He described the storm, his fear, and then he asked himself, can I stop the storm? No. But can I control how I react? Yes. He closed his journal and slept peacefully. The next morning, he saw that the storm had passed, and the world was still there. His fear had been worse than the storm itself. Years later, Marcus became known for his wisdom. People came to him for advice. He always told them the same thing: write, reflect, understand yourself. He knew that journaling was not just words on paper. It was a practice, a way to train the mind, just as an athlete trains the body. The Stoics believed that philosophy was not just for reading but for living. Journaling was a bridge between ideas and action. By writing, Marcus learned to pause before reacting. He learned to question his first impulses. He learned to see that many of his troubles came from his own judgments, not from the world itself. Some may think that journaling is a small thing, unimportant. But the Stoics knew better. Even the great philosopher Seneca wrote letters to himself, examining his day. Epictetus, another wise Stoic, taught that we should constantly check our thoughts. Writing was a way to do this. It was a way to remember that we are not victims of the world, but students of it. If you wish to practice Stoicism, start with a journal. It does not need to be long or perfect. Write a few lines each night. Ask yourself, what did I do well? What could I improve? Did I act with virtue or with fear? Over time, you will see changes. You will notice that you become calmer, wiser, more in control of yourself. The journal is a silent friend. It does not judge, but it shows the truth. And the truth, as the Stoics taught, is the beginning of wisdom. So take a pen, open a page, and begin. The path to inner strength starts with a single word.